DDG's newest girl is streaming enemy #1 now.
What's poppin', y'all? Like they say, conflict sells. And another girl in DDG's orbit, which he has many of. He knows how to keep them around. In this case, it's not like a girl that he was actually into or anything like that, and not even into for content. This girl by the name of Wendy Ortiz. She is a...
Chat, where did this girl come from, by the way? I'm sure she's a lovely individual, but she just, like, appeared out of nowhere.
Very new streamer. And she is an example of, DDG might be the... Nah, I wouldn't call him the Drake of streaming, but he's handing out stimulus packages, dog. Because this chick before... So DDG linked with her. She was already popping on TikTok, and then she had her own YouTube channel. And she just had mainly a girl audience, from what I can gather. She would post about her relationship. She got like a baby daddy who was, I guess, like her age. And I think she's under 22. She has like a 3-year-old kid. I think she had the kid when she was
She is chopped.
19 or something like that. Because she's still really young. And DDG linked up with her because she's lit on TikTok. And then he brought her, and then they did like a they did a trip on stream. And then I think she went to Hawaii with him as well.
DDG and Wendy Ortiz Hawaii $1 million house tour.
I think Japan was the first time they linked, but he had
shit.
her in
She got a twin, right?
room, and they were doing a stream together, and he put her on, told her to go on Twitch.
Wendy should fix her.
If you go, so let's open up the books, all right? People talk about numbers,
shit.
this number. No, we don't just look at numbers for rap and music. We're looking at numbers here too. So look at this spike. You see that gargantuan spike? It's basically
Damn, that's fucking crazy, bro. Average viewers, holy shit.
Flat line from March of 2024 with no streams for nearly a year. Then
That's
January
insane.
of 2025, and then March of 2025, and then a gigantic spike. And now she's got the juice. Yeah, she's got the juice like that. She's her. And you could see followers as well. You could see the spike. March 7th.
Okay. In March 2024, average 2.7k, 4.5k. So she was already popping. And then April 20k, 25k, 19k, 14k, 11k followers, 124, 142. Oh my god.
11k. In January of 2025, she goes to 100k. And then she goes from 100k to 823k followers on Twitch.
She's already almost at 1 million followers, bro. 800k followers, bro. What the fuck?
4 to 5 months, which is insane, by the way. And then hours watched, it goes from January of this year. The amount of hours she had watched was about like 32,000. She now has over 5.3.
I have heard though, chat, her community, I think they're called like Woshan or some shit. They are very, very toxic, like to the point where other streamers do not want to interact with her because of how parasocial they are. Like if something they do to Wendy and they don't like, they will attack them. And
3 million hours watched. And she's got an insane amount of subs. Like this chick's got like 25,000 plus subs, but she was recently a contestant and the
WL
of Plaqueboy Max's Into Deep show. Now, I will make a separate video about this girl because I think she's very, very important to streaming in general. Why you're probably like, yo, what the hell? Especially if you just watch the stuff, you're like, what's so
25K is
important
insane.
about this chick? I will get into it in a separate video. But here, people don't have a problem with her, and DDG's tried to defend her a lot, but people aren't too fond of her fan base, who they consider tortas, or a lot of them.
Chat, you know what tortas mean?
Would be, or they would put that label on many of them. So first I'm going to play you guys this clip of
It means fat chicks.
Silky speaking on it, who was also another contestant in Plaqueboy Max's Into Deep show.
Doesn't even feel away, right? Her base will enable her to feel away. You know what I'm saying? Her base will literally enable her to her.
Nah, bro, I had to smoke up just to talk about it.
Yo, her base will enable, and it's like you could really see that somebody is heavily influenced by it. Cause like Wendy, bro, I literally sat there and spoke to Wendy, right? And she seemed like a normal person, right? She is a normal person, and she goes on TikTok, she looks at her comments, she looks at her shit, and she's like, nah, that's true, that's right, nah, that was happening.
hey, Fox is fighting. So she's easily influenced by a chat and changes her opinion on someone because of a chat. From what I'm
Bro,
understanding.
these are people that's not living in your world, Wendy. Like you gotta have a realization. These are people that's not living in your world, Wendy. They are living through you, and they think that every single emotion that you're supposed to have is because of how they're feeling at home, my nigga. That's just corny.
So here, Silky is talking about how this girl is not being manipulated, but she's being incentivized to cater to her audience, and this is dangerous. And he's like, yo, I'm chilling with this chick. She seems normal. And then she goes online and then she sees people give opinions on what she's got going on with the limited context of what they see on stream in their own homes. And she's allowing that to influence her. Which, when you say it out loud, sounds crazy. But this is something that somebody like Neon was going through, just constantly trying to impress the chat. I wouldn't say this is something that Jack Doherty went through because he was just some guy that loves clout and money. So he wasn't doing things for the chat. But Neon was. And then when you get to this, and I think Wendy Ortiz is, I don't think she grew up watching streamers. I think.
Chat. This reminds me of RP, by the way. I don't want to get into it too much, because I ain't trying to start drama. But there's a lot of RP streamers who get influenced by the chat. And they change their roleplay based off of that. And like they start drama because of it. If they feel like they do what's best because they know how to get the fan base's love, you know what I mean? So they'll do whatever the fans want.
she was more like creating just regular content that's packaged. So she's being overwhelmed right now. You got to think how fast this girl blew up and how much money she's making right now. And she believes, well, it is true, that money is because of her fan base. So she doesn't want to upset them. But now when you're in a position where you're the one that they're watching, but you don't want to upset them, you played yourself. Now you're essentially like...
I don't get it though. What's the hype around her? Like, what's so special about her? I'm not trying to hate. I'm just trying to like, what did she do that made her pop so much other than before like DDG shit?
Slave isn't the right word, but you're at their mercy. And DDG tried to warn them because DDG was supposed to pick this chick, or he was going to pick this chick in Blackboy Max's Into Deep show. But he chose to pass off on it and let Bendadon, or I think he said Bendadon could choose her. And DDG explains why, and he tells the audience as well, like her audience, he speaks to them directly. So I'm going to play you guys that clip.
Specifically talk to Woshin right now. What y'all doing is, bro, y'all making people scared of Wendy. When y'all getting these comments and y'all saying all this crazy shit, like, and y'all not understanding this fake, guys. Like, you gotta understand. Nope, Wendy's not actually dating D-Lou, okay? It's a show. You think niggas is really acting like this in real life? It's a show. When y'all try to make that crossover from real life, from and content and entertainment, that's where y'all up at as a fan base. And what y'all doing, y'all putting her in a pickle where y'all making motherfuckers scared to even fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? Y'all making niggas not want to fuck with her. All this bullying y'all
So her whole community is basically making her downfall.
doing to girls, all this bullying y'all doing to that she collabing with, y'all fucking her up, bro, in the long run, because collaborations is how you win. A motherfucker be scared to collab with her. They don't.
true,
give
chat.
It's not
It is
about
true.
numbers. It's not about none of that shit. It's about building a community.
Like DDG is an example of somebody who he understands the internet. He understands audiences. He understands the metagame of this stuff. Like a lot of people, even if they're successful, they understand maybe one vertical. Like they just understand streaming, or maybe they just understand Snapchat, or they just understand Instagram. Some people understand the metagame of all of it, but only choose to focus on one thing. DDG is somebody that understands the metagame and chooses to focus on everything. So he's like, yo,
Yeah, I don't know how he does
can
it.
handle
I don't know
some
how he
of
does
this,
it.
But even I'm like trying to chill off sometimes because this is just, it's not conducive to all of us. And then there was, so like her audience is gassing her up. They're probably like, oh, you know, this person's not good for you, this and that. And they're taking this stuff seriously. They can't tell that this is just like clout stuff. And then like DDG's like, yo, this stuff is not real. This is acting. And I think a lot of the audience gets it. Like they understand where the line is, but I think the chicks that are watching this, they're used to hearing story times or things like that. They don't understand. And even with real reality shows, chicks take that stuff seriously, and they're attacking and hating and all of that. So while everybody's attacking her and her community in DDG's realm, you could say, like,
I heard, chat, apparently her own community hates on her sister sometimes, her twin sister.
all those other streamers that he collabs with.
I don't know how true that is though.
He tries to defend her, where he's like, yo, because people are saying, yo, she's saying that you used her for subs, and then he gives his explanation.
But to be fair, yeah, chat, take this with a grain of salt when I say this. If your whole community is just girls, listen, chat, even girls know this. A lot of girls gossip, you know what I'm saying? So when you just have a whole community of girls, it's going to form a lot of just like gossip, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this, I don't like that. And everyone's going to be fighting. Because girls, like, you know how us guys, we don't really argue. Like, we argue once, that's it. But when they clash, they clash. When things argue, they argue. You know what I'm saying? So it's bound to happen.
To that, I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
That's what he did with the subs.
That's what I'm saying. And like, y'all gotta understand, bro. When is streaming, okay? Listen, and then y'all be getting mad at me because I be telling y'all what's real. You know what I'm saying? Bro, when is streaming, bro, y'all can't take everything serious or to heart, okay? You feel me? You can't, bro. I've said shit. Everybody say shit. That's how you make the shit go. At the end of the day, bro, everybody and their mama know, Wendy know, I don't have to use her for shiznagas. That's not even a thing. Y'all should know that. I'm sure she knows that. I don't need no one for nothing, okay? Like, I don't give a fuck about no subs. I barely fire shit, okay? I fuck with y'all. Y'all doing a friendly fire shit with me. Y'all doing all this extra shit. Well, y'all gotta understand, Wendy came over my house, right? To my personal place. You feel me? I don't get his address to everybody. Personal place set right here. Very vulnerable. I said, look, you are a superstar. You going stupid on TikTok. I know TikTok ain't paying you. Start a Twitch. Boom. Superstar. Boom. Twitch went up. If we went to Japan and she had a Twitch, bro, y'all would have subbed to her. That just would have been that. That would have been cool. Like, no one, I don't give a fuck about subs. I'm telling you, I'm a y'all up with
This guy's already a millionaire,
bro,
you know what I mean?
90% of my money, even when I went to Japan, comes from ads. You can't watch my stream without catching an ad, bro.
So yeah, like, you could tell here, DDG does not want to fire this chick up. He does not want to start issues with her. And it's not because he's scared of her. I just think he's fond of her. And not fond of her as in he likes her. I just think, like, likes her. I just think he's like, yo, this chick's a cool girl. This is great for business. If she can just get this fan base handled and get them to behave appropriately and not, like, cross too many boundaries, we can make a lot of money together. And this benefits everybody. And he even says that. And he's like, yo, everyone benefits from collaboration here. And this is another thing we got to give to DDG. This chick blew up because of DDG. He put her on. He told her to stream. And he's not trying to take credit for her either. So he just did her a solid.
Chat, I'm going to be real, yeah?
Trying to defend.
Civil war going on right now on the streaming mode. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? We got Aiden Ross versus fucking Kai. AMP versus this group. FaZe versus this group, bro. This shit going on right now. Like, everyone's beefing, bro. And I don't know what the fuck's going on in the streaming mode.
Defender here, and he's trying to give her the benefit
But it's crazy.
of the doubt. But, hey. And
XQC versus Kai as well. Yeah.
That's why he's streaming so many hours, because of these ads. If he's eating like that off the ads, and DDG's got a lot of subs. So what happens next is Wendy co-signs her community again even after DDG said this stuff. And she says,
none of the beefs were legit though. The Kai and Aiden Ross was like, seemed legit. Same with X, but wait, she posted, they love how supportive my people are until it no longer benefits them. Anyways, thank you guys for everything. She fucked it even more. She had a chance to like make it more civil. She fucked it, chat.
People are until it no longer benefits them.
She just weird as
Anyways,
fuck.
Thank you guys for everything. And this is like, yo, this is not what you want to do. Like, you are throwing shade publicly at your colleagues.
AMP and
These
Clover are
people
good.
in the stream
Yeah.
world, they
That
are
one's
your
fake. That
colleagues.
one's like,
And
you
I
can
don't
tell
think
it's for
she
content.
understands that her audience loves this.
How you been? I
content.
know people well.
She's just streaming on her own, doing her own thing, just by herself, without any other streamer, any other content creator. It's gonna be boring. They're gonna get bored and they're going to stop watching.
Chat, you know one thing though, which I feel like a lot of streamers should do less, is that, you know, like the whole girl content thing, or like same with the girls. Well, the girls don't really do it. It's more like the male streamers, bro. Everyone, and I guess it's like doing it here and there is calm, but their whole channel is just based off of doing shit with other things, and they're only gonna watch you for that. They're not gonna watch you for you anymore. You know, when you keep doing it, it becomes your own person, like your channel personality.
So
If it's
despite
overdone now, yeah,
complaining
exactly.
that they don't like this and she should stay away from this person, they like it because it causes emotional spikes. It's kind of like that one character that you
Lazy
hate,
Day.
that you can't stand in
Nice.
a podcast or
Good to hear,
a
good
TV
to hear.
show. That person keeps you watching. So DDG, he finally threw in the towel and said, all right, man. He couldn't even defend it anymore. He's like, nah, that IG story sneak diss is crazy. Y'all was right. I was tripping. So this guy tried to defend her multiple times. He put her on. He gave her the
He stopped
juicy-
that time
turned
ago?
this chick
Yeah,
into a
100%,
mil-
100%.
This chick has made more than $1 million in the past couple of months off of Twitch. Maybe even twice. Maybe even 2 mil. And it's in large part because of DDG. And he introduced her to all of these other people that she collabs with, whose communities that she's like integrated with and got viewership off of. And then like she's throwing shots at them like this, like, oh, when they can't use you anymore, dog, what? And this just goes to show, man, like,
Nah, DG put me on, dog. Same here, bro. DG made my career.
it's really SMH, dog. That's
Her
just
chat
what
is
it
mad annoying but strong.
Man, I don't
Yeah,
know if she, like,
exactly.
Followed him or any of that. I don't really like look at that too much, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. But this is unfortunate. He put this girl on. I do think she's still important if she can get things together, because her just being on an island on her own, you don't want to do that. Making content is so much more difficult. And I
Kinda
don't know
fucked herself,
how
bro. I kinda-
entertaining
she did
this
kinda
girl
fuck herself.
Is to her audience. Like for example, her being
Oh
entertaining.
my
to
god, I
me
know. Bro, I know why it was so quiet. Oh my god.
doesn't matter because I'm not her audience.
Chat, I wish you
So
told me.
if I don't find her entertaining, that's cool. But if her fans don't find
Her chat was mocking Cinco because his close friend died and he didn't even do shit. That's crazy, bro. I can't. That's fucked.
her entertaining when she's by herself, then she's going to have a quick descent back onto TikTok. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. You think this chick did DDG greasy or what? Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.
You heard it right, chat. Be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You know what I mean? Have a good one, chat. Peace.